Welcome back to NC Bass, and today we're on Lake Norman. It's the Big Bass Bash. I'm excited. Big tournament. Big for me, at least. Took off work to come fish. It's always a good day when you can skip work and go fish, especially a tournament. We got like a ton of rain last week. I mean, in the foothills, it had like 8 inches of rain, and the lake is chocolate milk right now. It's close to full pool. I mean, the whole top half of the lake is chocolate milk. A lot of debris in the water, so they pushed the first cast back to 7 o'clock. And where I was wanting to start at, they had the light off today for some reason. Every time I go back there, they got the light on, but this time they had it off, so I just went a little bit back up the creek. Just some random docks got a light on in the dock. I mean, it's above the waters, but I'm gonna work my way back. The water's chocolate milk, and Lake Norman's usually clear. I mean, it might shock the fish, but it's been a couple of days. And in my experience, when the water gets muddy on Lake Norman, these fish kill. I catch way more largemouth and actually catch a few big fish, which is hard to do on Lake Norman, but hourly payout. It goes by number of entries, so I'm not sure how many spots are going to get paid out each hour, but I got 7 chances to win. I basically need something over 3 pounds. If I catch fish over 3 pounds, I feel pretty confident about it. A 2.5 might have a chance. Who knows today? I mean, it should be a square bill, spinner bait, burn down the bank kind of day. Hopefully puts the fish on targets, push the fish up shallow. I'm hoping that with this muddy water, it levels the playing field out, because I fish shallow. It's going to make everybody fish shallow. These guys with 360 and live scope are not going to be able to sit offshore and catch them now. I mean, with this muddy water, the fish have had to move up shallow, and the water's come all the way up. So that's usually when they're up shallow on cover and I can catch them. Hopefully the shatter actually move back to the creeks. I mean, it's been so warm, I wouldn't be surprised if they're out on the main lake. It's going to be very windy today. Supposed to get up to 20-mile-per-hour winds. It's starting off about 6 or 7, but it's going to be sustained 16, 17-mile-per-hour winds all day, southwest. I mean, it's going to be blowing in here hard. I probably want to stay off the main lake. I plan on staying in the backs of creeks. I'm hoping that's where the big fish are. Let's see how it goes. Cool. I mean, at the boat. Finally a bite, guys. At the boat. I mean, it about scared me. He ain't gonna be big enough, but he ate it. So you gotta have your drag set right. He ain't gonna be big enough, but man, finally, guys. That gave me a heart attack. I mean, he ate it the right way. Goodness. I haven't got a bite, and it's been 1 hour and 2 minutes. He's 2 pounds, though. I mean, I was about to make another move. I was getting starting to spin out because I can't get a bite to get a clue what to do. He's maybe 2 pounds. We'll put him in here just in case. We'll see what the weights are. Maybe everybody's struggling. I'm not the only one that can't catch anything. God, he ate it twice. You can tell how big he is. It's fighting funny. And I just had to slow down and hit this spot again. Oh, and he come off. No, I didn't get a look at him. Second deer I've seen in the water today, guys. 6-point buck right here, just jumps in the water. Earlier I seen 2 doe jump in the water. I thought they were fish schooling. And he's just going to turn around and go back on the bank. You guys probably can't even see that far, but there's a load of fish right here. Fish. Finally something. He's small. I mean small. Sharp hooks right there, guys, on that raptor. It's marked a bunch of fish in between here in this no wake zone, but I hope they're not all that size. It has been a struggle, guys. It's kind of clear. I mean, it's still muddy, but where I started out was just dirt brown in the back of that creek. And the further back I go into Stumpy, it gets muddier. But right here, the mouth of Stumpy and the big Stumpy Island, it's not that. You can see the mud line. The pinnacle is muddier than this right here, but there's a little spot right here where there's like 2 foot of visibility, but the rest of it's dirt brown. I'm probably gonna have to work my way down. I'm probably gonna fish from Curry Creek here in a little bit, but it's 9:08. It's been 2 hours. That's only my second bite, so hopefully I can figure out these fish. Fish. Oh my gosh. The second one I had knocked the crap out of. They must be all that small, guys. We're trying to fish in the wind on the walkways. Oh my gosh, good fish. Smack the crap, and he come off. I'm done with these hooks. Fish. Man, I was going over a stick. They ain't big, but of course, I'll lose a freaking giant. I'm telling you, that fish was 3+ pounds. And I lost this one too. I don't know how big that fish was. I cannot hook a freaking kid of fish in the boat today. It's so muddy, I guess they're slapping at it. God, I even changed to round bends and... There we go. Largemouth, I think. He ain't big either, but we'll take him. About the size of the one I lost, guys. There. I'm shocked there's no boat traffic up here. He's skinny, but I'm telling you guys, that one I lost was big. That first one I hooked on the bridge. The wind's just starting too, because it's going to get a lot windier and they'll be piled up on this bridge even better, but it's going to be hard to fish. Finally something. I mean, they're on the bank too. I mean, next to cover, there's all kinds of debris up here, guys. The first hour it took a 213 was there's 96 entries, so 4 places are being paid out. The last paying spot was a 213, and that guy's gonna be like 1.5 pounds. He's probably he might be 1.8, but he ain't gonna get you paid. You look at his tail, he's probably either he was on a bed, or I doubt it. He's probably just been in a live well at some point. Yeah, he's a retread. He's got a cold tag mark right there. We'll take. Fish. Tiny. And actually, I forgot, you know what, the smallest fish, the casting rod. That might be it, guys. Look at the size of that fish. I mean, I caught a few tiny ones already today. That fish is tiny. Somebody could beat it though, but that might be a casting rod right there, guys. It's like a dang minnow. Told you guys I can catch a small fish. Well, guys, midday update. I'm in McCray Creek now. Caught that tiny one. Maybe that'll get me the rod. I forgot about even trying for that. I was going to bring some little baits and try to catch them on like a little bitsy minnow, but I'm sure somebody will catch one smaller. I mean, it's tiny though. It's got a chance, but I'm trying to find a bigger fish. A 2.5 every hour to get a check. So I gotta find something at least 2.5. That one I lost, it seemed like a giant. I mean, it stripped drag, but I could have him hooked on the outside of the head or on top of the head or something. But at least that's what I'm gonna tell myself is a 2-pounder. But I'm not hooking them good because the water's so muddy. But I'm back here in McCrae Creek. The water's got about 2 foot of visibility. Way more stained around the 150 bridge. I mean, there's a ton of trees and debris out there. I mean, but the good thing is nobody's messing with the bridge. I'm definitely going to fish it again. Nobody's fishing the bridge. And that's usually when the bridge is good, when the wind's blowing out of the southwest and nobody's fishing it. I'm just going to keep cranking with the square bill. I'm just going to run down the banks, cover water, because it seems like if I find a fish, I get multiple bites off that spot. So I just got to find the fish. Hopefully I can find some bigger fish. A 3-pounder would be nice. Anything over 2.5 will get me something. We'll see how it goes. God almighty. God. He's probably 2 pounds. Ate the jig swimming out of the water. I've been throwing the chatterbait everywhere. You guys still doing the small fish, right? I might have a contender.
You might. I don't know. What's the small fish leader?
0.19.
Got that beat for now.
It's gonna be close. It's gonna be close.
I'll probably catch a smaller one.
0.17. That's the small fish leader.
The crankbait's working, guys. They're eating crawfish. Look. So one of them threw up, so you know they're eating. That's why they're eating the crank. Oh my God. Oh my God. You guys aren't even going to believe, I'm telling you, a 3.5-pound largemouth just followed this thing all the way up to the boat, sat there for a second, looked at the boat and swam away. I hope you guys could see that on camera. That was a huge fish. Fish. Finally. Ah, he ain't that big. Can I keep one pinned, please? I mean, look how he ate it. He ate it. Finally, guys, I am struggling. Finally caught my 3rd keeper. I mean, 7 hours in. If I could get them to all eat it like that, I wouldn't have lost a single fish today. I promise you that. Yep, he's like 1.5 pounds. He ain't gonna do anything. There's no way he's gonna cut a check. Oh, it's been a struggle. I kind of got a pattern. These fish are just on main lake points. I can't, in the wind. I mean, I wish I got out of the wind. The wind is getting crazy. I can't even fish the bridge. There's some random spots on rock. I thought they'd be on timber or some kind of cover. They're just in the open. Well, guys, that's the tournament. Got lucky somehow. That tiny fish won me the rod. Smallest fish of the tournament. I told you guys I'm good at catching small fish. I'm telling you, if they had the smallest limit tournament, I'd probably win that too. But it was a really disappointing day. Really tough. I mean, cloudy all day. The sun just came out now, but perfect conditions. It's actually too windy now, but earlier it was perfectly windy. The water's all the way at full pool. I thought I was going to kill them, but it seems how it's been lately. When I think I'm going to catch a lot, I don't catch that many. A 5.35 was the big fish of the whole tournament, and a 4.99 was second. So some people caught some big ones. A lot of guys ran down south. I'm telling you, I seen no boats up here today. No boat traffic. I had my spots pretty much to myself today. I did not see many boats here. There's only 96 boats here today, but I thought I'd see a lot more than I did. I guess a lot of people went down south, and that's probably where I catch them. I should have tried to make a run down there, but by then it was windy, and I do not like running down there when it's windy. I'm happy. I got me a $130 rod. I mean, for a tiny fish. It was a 0.17 bass. I mean, Norman's full of those size fish. I catch a bunch of spots that size, actually, but I about forgot you can even win a rod for a small fish, because I caught a couple of little tiny ones before that, but it was a tough day for numbers. I mean, 8 hours, I only caught 3 keepers. I mean, usually I can catch
at least 5 keepers easily. It was a really tough day. I think you need a couple more days for the fish to adjust. I'll probably be here Tuesday, even though it was so tough today. I'm thinking by then the water starts stabilizing and the mud lines and all the debris. There's a ton of debris. I hit a couple of little small trees, but I was not going very fast, luckily. I mean, there's a lot of, when the wind started blowing, it started moving all the debris lines everywhere. That fish I hooked was I'm telling you guys, that fish was over 3 pounds. It started pulling drag, but I'm just going to tell myself I hooked him on top of the head. It was weird all day. At first, I thought I had dull hooks on that bait because I lost 2 good fish. And then I switched out the hook, same thing. The fish just weren't eating it right. It's so muddy. Like I had that big largemouth come follow my bait all the way up. That first one I caught, he ate the bait right at the trolling motor as the bait was coming out of the water. I mean, the fish were kind of trying to zero it. I guess it's so muddy, these fish are not used to it. They couldn't really get a good strike on it. But I mean, they were hitting it hard. That's why I thought I had the right bait on, because when I got hit, they were nailing it. But I kept losing them or missing them. I missed a few fish that I didn't even have on camera. They just knocked it right out of my hands, but I didn't hook them. It was tough to find the fish, but when I found them, I got a few bites. I mean, I think the mud has the fish all mixed up here, and it got real windy. I think Tuesday will be biting good. I'm hoping the lake will stabilize, and a lot less people fish this weekend than they usually do in Norman. So I'm hoping these fish got a little less pressure, and they're going to bite on Tuesday. But I always hope for the best. I mean, I hope these fish are going to bite. They usually aren't. It's been a tough, really, really tough fall. I'm really hoping the bite's going to turn on soon. But thanks for watching. We'll see you on the next video.